The place to start. Have you heard of a budget? Yes. Budget, yes. Okay. If you don't know where you're spending your money, it's going to be very difficult to make any changes. Okay, now why am I saying change already? Why am I saying change? Because you've all said you don't earn enough money. Okay? So if you're not earning enough, that means you want to spend more than you earn. So we've got to change something. We've either got to earn more or spend less. Okay, think about it. You've got to earn more, so maybe you can get a second job. Okay, but there's not many jobs around. So we've got to spend less, but maybe you don't want to spend less. So we've got to look at how do we fix that problem. So we start with the budget because we need to know where we're spending our money. So I've given you an example here, and I've said, let's look at the 3 types of expenses. There's fixed expenses. They don't change in the month. So every month, it doesn't go anywhere. It's there every single month. And it's normally the same every month. So give me some examples there of what is the same. Transport normally doesn't change much. Rent, yeah, very good one. Electricity, yeah, it may be, and we're going to get to that one. So the big ones, let's have a look at the big ones. Your rent, school fees, maybe your monthly, you're putting money in the stokvel, you've got a shop account, you have to pay every month, and then your transport. So those expenses, every month they're there, and every month they're normally the same. Then you get the other expenses, they're there every month, but sometimes they do change a bit, okay? So your groceries, it's not exactly the same amount every month. Some months you may be but they're there every month. Your electricity, sometimes in the winter, you spend more on electricity, but it's there, it's every month. So what you need to do is you need to bala ezinto. You need to know how much of your money is being spent on each one. So I'm going to show you an example now. But yeah, these are the irregular expenses. You've already mentioned one of them. Those things that just happen. Funeral, yeah. What else? I think you mentioned.
Health.
Huh? Health, yeah. Medical expenses. So here are some examples. Going to the doctor. Uniform, school uniform in January. Okay. Holidays. Christmas. Where's it coming from? Okay. Funerals. So how many of you have been to a funeral in the Eastern Cape in the last year? Who hasn't been to a funeral in the Eastern Cape? Who hasn't been this last year? And the year before? How often do you think you're going to need to go to a funeral in the Eastern Cape?
5 times.
At least once a year?
No.
Once every 2 years?
No.
Twice every year?
5 times a year.
Okay? So when you go to this next funeral, imali funeral, go imali tax ubheke emaXhosa 850 and then ufuna ukuthenga ezinye izinto ukutya yeah. So ayinoba ngaphansi kwewaka yerandi ne ikit entsha yeah okay nenwele yeah you don't just get that beautiful by getting up in the morning, you got to yeah. Okay, so the point is there's going to be a funeral, but we don't know when, but we do know how much it's going to cost. So we know there's going to be a funeral, we know how much it's going to cost, but we don't know when. Okay, so when that funeral happens, we've got 2 choices. Number 1, we go, oh, I didn't think it was going to happen. Okay, is that true? Are you being honest with yourself? You didn't know you're going to have to go to a funeral?
For that person.
Not for that person, But I'm telling you now, you're going to need to go to a funeral. I just don't know when. Okay? I know it's part of your culture. That's what you do. So that's what we're working with. So what we need to do is we need to make a plan. Because if we don't have a plan, then we go to Mchonisa. And then sifuna kuboleka imali, and the Mchonisa is charging us lots of tolls. So we end up still going to the funeral, but now we pay for the funeral and the tolls ngaphezulu, and that all just comes out of our money. So how do we fix that? So alungisa njani? Well, we have to somehow try and beg imali eqaleni, because we know something else there. I'm going to tell you a secret, and I only told a few people last year the secret. So I don't want you telling anybody else outside this room. Okay? You've made the effort to be here. This is your information. Nobody else gets it. It's top secret. On the 25th of December this year, do you know what's going to happen? No. It's going to be Christmas. Huh? No. I'm young. What, you all know about it? Do you know about it? Oh, okay. So you've got two choices. You wait until just before Christmas and you go and bolika from Mchonisa so you can buy what you want for Chrismas, or bege imali eqaleni ngoku ube imali yakho uzothatha for the Christmas. Okay, so you've got those two choices. You know about it now. So I'm going to tell you another secret. What's going to happen in January when you get back? They call it January, né? Because imali pelile. Sayeginya ngeChristmas ngoku iphelile imali, and abantwana bafuna uniform for January. So you already know about some of these things. So you see here, they're irregular, but we know they're going to happen. We just maybe don't know exactly when. So we need to make a plan, because bayasiyenza ngeplan, then sizobhatala umtshonisa imali engaphezulu. Just going to cost us more. The cost does not go away. Okay.